Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Top Echelon stream for day 2 of the NA server. And I say good morning because it's very early morning here. All the same, I'm loving that I can do this, and I'm hoping you guys will enjoy the stream as well, really. So I'm going to take away the preview for you now so that you can see the current scoreboard of the NA server for the Top Echelon right now, which has a Void in the first place, followed by Purple and Pincer and Abrams. So I have no idea who I'll be following tonight. First order of question is, will I get a room invite at all? Because that's where it went wrong yesterday. But that should be up momentarily, so I'm going to go actually in 4 minutes thereabouts. So I have a little bit of time left. But that allows me to start up the stream nice and easy, and I can't wait. Can't wait to see if I get a room invite. Can't wait to see who I get to follow. Because at this stage, all the teams are fun to follow. So far, on all of the servers, we've had some really fun matches, and it's just going to be a blast. So we just have to wait and see what happens, and wait and see whether or not YouTube accepts the link, and wait and see whether or not I get the room invite. There have been some amazing technical issues this tournament round. So that's going to be interesting to see. Other than that, not all that much to report. By all means, check the other streams that I've had. There's none for EU yesterday because of those amazing technical issues. The NA for yesterday was also pretty useless because of the no room invite. So really, the only streams that you should check are the Asia streams, because they have been flawless. But overall, like I said, I enjoy doing this. It's just a lot of fun to see competitive gameplay at this level. And yeah, I like it. It's so different from randoms when you have a team that's actually coordinating over voice. Usually, not all the time, because we had a team on Asia yesterday that was clearly not using voice, or at least not all of them. And they performed miraculously well without it. So I was quite surprised at that, because overall I know that in EU a lot of clans now have the requirement that you have to use voice if you want to play Clan Wars. And I fully understand that, because it does give you an advantage. So yeah. But apparently people can still do well without it, and that also goes to show the dedication of the players itself, and how well they know their tanks and the map, really. But yeah, like I said, no idea who we're following tonight. We will start on Fortis Spare as a map, and then Alpenstadt, so I'll go over those once we have the room invite. And in the meantime, I'm just waiting for YouTube to catch up so that I can activate the stream on YouTube as well, so that we will be live. Of course, live is live with 5 minutes delay, because we don't want anyone to see the lineup of the other team, which means that there's, like I said, 5 minutes delay, so that no one can stream snipe. By the time that you see anything, it will actually have happened like 5 minutes ago. So yeah, for some reason in some of the finals, Wargaming asked Brian, he was streaming them, to have a 3-minute delay, and I don't think that's a good thing, because the first 2 minutes of the first room basically are then already exposed, and people can actually see each other's lineup. It's unlikely, but it can happen, and that's not something I'd ever advise Wargaming to do again, but it's up to them, of course. They basically set the rules for their streams, but it's not entirely fair in my opinion. So we are still waiting for the room invite. I did activate YouTube, so we will be actually live in just a few moments. And I'm pausing the stream, but I'm always keeping an eye on the chat. Mainly because sometimes interesting questions get asked there, and I can reply to it, even if you ask them and I get I answer them and you see it like 5 minutes later. All the same, sometimes it can be nice, and I just want to keep an eye on what's that. So in the meantime, we have a garage with a barking dog that no one knows where it is because you can't see it. We have moths that disappear into thin air. I quite like this garage though. It's a nice and easy setting. I just find the disappearance of bugs quite disturbing. It's just like suddenly it's not there anymore. That one is staying for a long time. There's another one here. Let's see when it vanishes. Dun 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 dun. I quite like the bugs. I also like the sound of the crickets. Overall, this is a fun garage in my opinion. Let's see. I think that in the meantime we should have had an invite. Yeah, we should have had. What the hell? Oh my god. So, if this happens, I'm going to wait for one more round before I actually finish the stream. But I'm not going to stay up for another failed attempt at streaming NA when we don't get a room invite. I just also got a message from Brian. He's also not got a room invite. Oh my lord, this is seriously the tournament of technical issues, or wargaming issues, or YouTube issues. I'm sorry, I can't even take this seriously anymore. Oh my lord. That's just very, very useless. We should have had an invite like a minute and a half ago. And this is actually sweet. I'm giving a spoiler alert on YouTube. And Dwarf responds with fingers crossed. But that's not the thing. Oh my word. I'm just checking Discord. I could have just stayed asleep if I knew beforehand that this would happen. Oh my god. I could have just had well over an hour of sleep extra. And just continuous sleep at that. What I don't understand is that I gave Wargaming the links to the stream because I had to remake them because of the technical issues with YouTube. For some reason, YouTube wasn't accepting my stream feed, whereas Restream was accepting it just fine, and it wouldn't even accept it straight out of OBS either. So no idea what happened there. But when I tried to make a new event, it would just do it perfectly. So I remade all the events so that it would work again. And then I got that sorted, and then I didn't get a room invite in NA, and then I didn't get a room invite in NA again. Oh my god. This really isn't funny, but it's hopeless. Oh lord. So yeah, we are nearing 3 a.m. The rooms, the people should be fighting their battle in like I said, 1 minute and 10 seconds. No room invite. There's little chance of us getting one in the next stage. I am going to wait for that though, because I just want to know for sure that it isn't working at all. Cursed Misery versus Void Tempest. And in then 26 minutes, we'll get the next one. I'm not actually sure if I'm gonna wait for that. I'm gonna ask Brian what he does. Just typing in Discord. Because it's just... This is silly. Look at this. Oh, Lord. I say oh, Lord a lot, but I'm actually not religious in any way. I'm an agnostic. I believe that there's something there, but I don't believe that there's something there that fits in any form of the... any written or any founded religion. I think founded religion is the right word for this, but yeah. So it's more like the expression that I use than anything else. Well, this was fun. Naha, I get an interesting question in the chat. Why do I have green ping? Actually, my ping on NA is really not that bad. I have a 30 ping on EU, and that has to do with the server being very close by and the Netherlands having the highest average speed for the internet in the whole of the world. And in NA, my ping is only 110, 120, thereabouts. Sometimes it's even stuck at 90, so it's perfectly playable for me, NA. I just prefer EU because I can't be bothered to grind a whole new account. But that's also why I could actually buy them, by the way. I just realized that. Because this is a press account. So this means that I don't actually have to grind everything again. I actually asked Wargaming for this, so I can tune with subs and stuff from NA. Without having to grind everything, and Wargaming was happy to oblige, which I'm very grateful for. I don't have an Asia press account, and that has everything to do with the fact that Asia is unplayable for me. Not only is the ping like sky high, it's also very unstable for some reason. So it will be like low high ping isn't necessarily a problem as long as it's stable. But when it keeps spiking, it's unplayable. But yeah, I'm not sure what Brian is doing, whether or not he's still streaming, whether he's not, he's still amazed at us not getting a room invite again. The thing is that we both messaged Wargaming about this yesterday, and I messaged Wargaming about the broken links and having fixed them by new links and everything. And Wargaming did insert all the links into the game that I supplied. So we both thought that, well, we didn't get a message back at all, but we figured that the problems would be solved, and now we're here. But like I said, I'm actually waiting for Brian to see what he does. Because if he's calling it quit, I'm calling it quits. But I think I'll wait for the next one in line that we should get. Yeah, Dwarf, you just hit it right on the head. Everything is funny with enough sleep deprivation. Oh, ain't that the truth? But it's also this kind of stuff. You can do two things. You can either just accept it as the reality that it is, or you can get angry over it. I don't get angry over these kind of things because it's just useless. It's no use getting angry over it because there's nothing you can do about it. So let me see if I may have any replay for you guys to show. If I have any fun games that deserve showing off. Not all that many, to be honest. I seem to be not the only one that is frustrated at the game. I do have one, but he wants me to show that on the Asia server. Ooh, I have a waffle game. Actually, I have two waffle games. Let's start with the lesser waffle game. And actually, we saw this, I think. What map was it on? No, we didn't. Ooh, that's good. I'm going to show you a waffle game. Because at least you have some gameplay to see, and there will be some gameplay in this stream. The E100 has a very interesting name, In Your Face, but then just like not. This is actually the same map where I aced my grill with the very forwards battle that I still haven't used on YouTube, even though it's pretty much ancient. I will do that actually. I need to get back into editing videos. And this is nice. They're like really getting in each other's way. I think the grill wants to spot that our waffle wants as well. But the T-54 beats them to it and camps in the medium. Dwarf is so right. Anything is funny with enough sleep deprivation, whatever. With too little sleep. Let me put it that way. Ooh, that E100 is not looking too healthy, and he's not gonna look any healthier. There we go. And he's not been spotted, but now he lost his E100. So he can't shoot it again. He's waiting for a target there. And he is right to expect it. Nicely done. Even though he didn't know that guy was there at all. That's interesting. Ooh, that hurt. But you got some nice revenge at least. So let's see what goes on here. The Batchat is arriving. That works. And he's not even paying attention. He's paying all his attention to the grill, which I think is a really funny thing. Nice, pretty much not aim shot at all. I like that. I'd like it when people are just very forwards in this tank. This tank deserves to be very forwards. Yeah, he might need some help now. That works. 5k damage. And a little bit more, 5.4k damage. A sky shot to end it with. And a face-hugging E100 that does not allow anyone to have any more damage anymore. Or maybe not. Yeah, this is useless. You can't report someone for not having a clue. Honestly. Nope. Oh, that was a little bit too much to expect that. Nice ace though. So that is one replay. Let's see what Brian said, if he's calling it quits already. Yeah, okay, he's waiting for the second as well. So we're gonna do that. Because that makes sense. We did the same thing yesterday. Ooh. Let's see if we can use this as well. Ah, it still works. Good. I always forget when the last update was, so then I always forget which I can and can't use. Leo with a paw print camo. Which is funny on its own. No idea why it says awaiting player 0. Because we're obviously not entering the battle just yet. There we go. And Dan is spamming where he wants the team to go. Not sure what he plans to do with it. That looks really cool on the motion. Looks really nice. And he doesn't have the fog deactivated. That's something that I deactivate in the settings, because it sometimes makes my system go haywire. Now he just gave his position away though. Nice little cheeky position to be in, but he has to be careful. There are no TDs though, so it should be okay. I like this forward position. That works really well. With this gun depression, I think STB would do an awesome job here as well. And he's patiently reloading and shooting and reloading and shooting, and it works really well. Meanwhile, their camper has been spotted and is getting hammered for it. In the hammer, haha. So our Leo is going back around, followed by one of his teammates. And he's like, let's go back again. And he takes his first damage. Not sure what this guy's doing now. Oh, Dan is doing a pretty nice job here. I like the way that he's just repositioning himself and going wherever he needs to be. And his team is actually working together and working just fine together at that. No, he's behind. Dan to the rescue. There we go. Ramming speed. And that is an X-Patchat. Now Dan has to be careful though. And his teammate just drove into the shots. So that is a good thing for Dan. And now he has a nice corpse to circle on behind. And a Conqueror that does not know what he's doing, which helps as well. And together with the magnificent team, we have a 7-0. Very nicely done. And it is a first class, not surprised there. With nearly 3k spalling damage, I'm a fan of that. Lovely little match. This is how you play the Leo. This is not, you don't camp with it a lot. See a lot of people camping in the Leo, and that's so annoying. So let's see what else we have. This sounds like an interesting match. Not sure if it will work. We're gonna see. Fingers crossed. It works! Woo! And after that we'll wait for whether or not we get an invite. Again, not a supremacy match, so anything can happen. This was actually my second tier 10 that I ever had, and it's still one of my favorite tier 10 TDs. It's just so nice. Not sure why he wants the pattern to wait. This, by the way, what you just saw, is how I learned to drive in sniper mode. The first 4 lines that I went down were all TDs, so I never had to zoom out for that. So I just stayed zoomed in. And it allowed me to learn everything in a different manner. Let's see what he does. He has most of the team with him. Ooh. Aim just a little bit too much to the left. And again, no pen. No damage. Nice little bounce there. People getting in each other's way. And their team is being absolutely slaughtered. We have an upset Leo. We have a nice little corpse. And that was a very useless shot. There we go, that's one out of the way. And now it's just the grill in the 268 versus 5. But the grill is doing its job. And the grill is doing its job. Ooh, that is not what you want. And that was because you were in the sniper mode, you couldn't make that shot. Let's see what happens. Sorry about that. And we're still missing 2 people. Where are they? It's kind of like you want to go somewhere, but you don't have a turret, so it's a bit scary to go anywhere. And there's the 3rd one. Come on, grill. You just need to spot them. There we go. That's one. This is actually lovely teamwork. And if the enemy had any brain, they would go around the citadel and just get behind them somehow. And then the grill would be easy pickings. But together, like this, it works so well. That's 2. And now we are just missing 1. And I think, considering the last known location, this is a good call. There he is. Ooh. Oh my god. But the grill gets him. And that was lovely team play. That's like having an accidental tune mate, and it works so well. Most of the grill's damage is spotting damage here, I think. Lovely. So now we are at 3:19. Let's see how long we have left. 6 minutes, which means that in about 2 minutes the room should be up. And then we should get an invite, or not. Who knows? Both, it looks like the top 3 each got another point. Let me have a look. Yeah, they won from Cursed. Purple. If it loads, that would help. Run from HDP. And Pincer. One from Russians. That means the only one that we're missing is Abrams and their enemy, which was Resistance. And Resistance took that home. So that means that this is the current standing. It will be all important for Abrams and Unicorns to win. Let's see who they are up against. Mac and Misery. And Abram still has Russians and Spinster to contend with, so that will be tricky. I would love to follow these matches, like hint hint, Wargaming, I would love to follow these matches. But in about 1 minute we should know whether or not I get the room invite or not. Actually, I will have the map thingy set and I'm all ready to go. The only thing that isn't ready to go is the game itself. And we are just waiting, looking at the pretty garage again. Will we get a room invite? Or won't we? Dun 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 dun. I really hope we will. It should be up in about 20 seconds now. Usually it gets around 4.5 minutes before the match should begin. Which is weird because you got a 5-minute countdown then. But still. I just really hope I get it. So, in the meantime, not much else to say. Asia and EU were just so fun. Nope, no coins anywhere as far as I know. Wargaming actually disabled the whole coin thing after like the first 2 days or something. I think there were technical issues on RU and EU server and they were just like, okay, no coins for anyone then. So we should have had a room invite like nearly a minute ago. I am going to wait until that timer hits 0. But I think it is safe to assume that we are not getting it. Just talking to Brian in the meantime. So this is like really nice. I've shown you some replays at least, so you had some gameplay, but this is not the kind of gameplay that I'm looking forward to having you guys see. And it's not the kind of gameplay that I'm looking forward to commentating on, because it is actually so much more fun to have actual tournament matches to commentate on. This is a little bit frustrating, especially since we addressed it yesterday already that we didn't get a room invite. And because they fixed other stuff, but not this. And I don't understand why not. The only thing I can think of is that they might have... No, actually, no, that wouldn't be the case because they didn't send it to Brian either. So yeah, let's have a look-see. I'm waiting for that timer to hit 0 because then I know for... really, really sure. I know for sure, but then I know for really, really sure that we won't get a room invite. In the meantime, we can have a look, see what happens in the other Axios. This is the final stage for the lower echelon tournament. Then we have the middle. Atomic Mother. That sounds weird. And of course, Floop Doggy Dog. Yeah, about the coins thing, Wargaming disabled it, and they probably never actually talked about it properly, but they did announce somewhere that there wouldn't be coins anymore because of the technical issues. and there was some compensation given on EU and RU, but not on the other server, because until then it had worked there. And then Wargaming was like, nope, no coins. Unfortunately, I would love to give you some freebies, but yeah, Wargaming's call here. Not much I can do about that. We have half a minute left to go. I haven't seen the room invite. I'm really very sure that we won't get it. But just because we want to have this hit 0, just to be on the absolute safe side. And here we go, 10. We are at the final bit, and then I'm probably going to call it a night. And we will see you again in the morning. Hopefully tomorrow it will work, because then there's the finals, and it's a lot more interesting than even, because there's more pressure on the prize and all of that. But nope, no room invite for me. That means I'm going to call it quits for tonight. I will be back in 9.5 hours to stream the Asia finals, and then tomorrow evening for me then, that is the EU finals, followed by the NA finals. Hopefully if we get a room invite, then that would definitely help with streaming the finals, the NA server again. But for now, this is good night. I'm signing off. Hopefully see you in the Asia stream, and have a good night, evening, morning, wherever you are, and whatever you have. And I'll see you guys next time. Good night.